when you're having fun. It goes very quickly when you're having fun. But I'm glad we.
Okay. Everything suddenly changes. I gotta get it.
I don't know how I got kicked out.
Sorry about that.
It's to cloud. We're live on Facebook. Yay!
Yay.
So,
Wait, so with this session, just to get, is it an interview?
Just a chat. It's more a chat about you. It's a chat about why on earth are you working with the youth? And it's just about you guiding growth, which is what you do. So tell me a little bit about Thembalethu, and then tell me your passion for working with the youth.
We're doing it now. Oh, okay.
We're on. We're live on Facebook. Woohoo!
Oh, we're live. Hi, everyone. Hi. So I am Thembalethu. I'm Shange from Durban. I am a lawyer by profession. I run a company, recently started a company called Integrate Legal Group. And one of the divisions that we have is called Integrate Legal Education. And that is where we pretty much make the law accessible to young adults. So the reason why we decided to, get into this venture is because there was a gap that we saw that existed between, the law and how it reached everyone. It only reaches people who either look into it or actually lawyers and go to school. But because we know that impacts, affects everyone, it becomes important from as young as possible, to know these things. So we then decided to create a few courses where we sort of, summarize in a very nice young adult manner a few important topics. The main that we have is one on transformation, and the second is on sexual consent, and what the law says about that. And so we pretty much give the young person just an understanding of the law, how it protects them, and what it says and what rights they have as a young adult, and how then they can exercise those rights.
No, I've lost you.
They have as a young adult, and how then they can exercise those rights.
No, I've lost you.
They have as a young adult, and how then they can exercise those rights.
You're back.
Sorry,
You're
I got
back.
kicked out.
We're both.
I'm back.
We're both.
So I got kicked out. I don't know what's going on. Okay.
Yeah.
So
no, fantastic. So I got all that. That's really, really good. And this construct of having accessibility to for young people to the law, like the conversation we were having just now around consent, I think is so important. The other reason why sometimes you end up knowing a little bit about the law is because you found yourself on the other side of it, right? So it's better to be a little bit aware of it before you find out about it. And then, so currently you go to schools and you do quite a bit of work at schools.
Yes. So one of the ways in which we access or give access to young adults to our courses is by directly going to schools where we take our team and we facilitate this content for a time period of the day, and we separate into smaller groups so that it allows for, just ultimate engagement and optimum engagement in a more intimate setup. Because we feel that if we address 100 people all at once, you're not going to really get, the feel of what we're trying to, relate to you. So we do that. And another way that we do that is by getting involved with companies that deal with young adults, and we have spaces where they bring, let's say, 100 students, for example, through that company, and we're still then able to sort of relay our information and our courses in those spaces as well.
No, that's
Yeah.
fantastic. That's fantastic. Because I really think that, taking it to as young as possible for schools is absolutely essential. And now on Value Ed, you have this course called the Law of Consent.
Yes. Very exciting. That's our second course at Integrate. And yeah, I think just being able to have an online platform now as well, sort of expanding our reach as well, that allows us to, impart this knowledge, and we're able to have really wholesome conversations about the law. We're able to debate about it. We're able to have follow-up questions about it, because there are no definite answers. That's the thing. The law tries by all means to be as packaged as possible, but when you actually interrogate it, there are no definite answers. It depends on the merits of the case. It depends on, subjectively what, is presented as evidence, and many other things, procedural things that also, are part and parcel of whatever case you're dealing with. So really having a course on sexual consent and what the law says about it really allows us to just interrogate the law and what it's all about. How far does it actually protect victims? Is there protection for victims? If so, is it doing a good job at protecting victims? What are the stigmas related to sexual consent? Do men have the same, substantive rights as women in terms of how far they can actually report if they're victims of sexual abuse? Those are the kinds of things that we deal with, kinds of concepts that we, grapple with. And it's pretty exciting, very excited to be, with Value Ed on this one.
No, absolutely. And what was nice today was to talk about the, obviously, Amber Heard and Johnny Depp issue and challenges, because as you said, that sort of encapsulated so many things around, this issue of how people can use the law to basically, make accusations that are not true.
Yeah. And we're talking about how we saw.
So tell us a little bit about you. Oh, no, carry on.
No, I was just saying that we're talking about how this case in particular, not just in like America, I think worldwide, is a victory for a lot of stigmas attached to men and the violence and the abuse that they go through. So yeah.
So tell me about Thembalethu's background. So you're in law. Where did you study?
Okay, so I studied at the University of KwaZulu-Natal, Howard College campus. I graduated in 2019. Unfortunately, I couldn't have a graduation ceremony because of COVID, but
no.
Oh,
we still must have one. We need a graduation party. Come on.
I say let's have a petition. Like, let's sign a petition and just say you guys are in, please. But apparently they are like planning something for us who didn't get a chance. So fingers crossed. Oh, no. Yeah, so I am, I studied from 2016 to 2019, did it for 4 years, and I went straight into LLB. And that's why I'm here today. I decided not to choose the traditional, routes, either A, going to the bar and becoming an advocate, or B, doing my articles and becoming an attorney, an admitted attorney at the High Court. I think I was fortunate enough in my time at law school that I was really much exposed to young adults. So I've been a debating coach as well for quite some time now. And that's where I think I had a feel of, hey, I like the fact that I get to use what I know and I get to impart it to young adults and see what that information actually does in their life. But I also really enjoy the law. So how do I now mix these two things together? And that's why we have Integrate today, because now it's like, I enjoy this degree. I love the law. I enjoy interrogating it, teaching it and the like, but I don't want to do the traditional thing that everyone does, because that's not for me. It's not what I want to do. I don't enjoy it. So how do I mix these two things? And that's my history and present actually in law.
Actually, you and I are the same. I mean, I many moons ago studied psychology. So what I thought was, I did not want, the objective was never to become a psychologist, right? I needed the skill and the knowledge of psychology. And then I also studied contemporary European studies, which was just a sort of business economic course. And I did a joint honors in that. And then my master's in arts. But my intention was never to specialize. It was to use the information go out and utilize it. Well, Thembalethu, this is just a short little clippy to get so that we've got something to, so people can get and know who you are and what you do, and your passion for working with, you know, with young people is just incredible. I think you really are imparting what they need to know, and I can see you get a lot of joy from it. So that also works. So we really thank you immensely for being a member of Value Ed, and for imparting what you impart.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me. This was fun.
I want you to leave off by telling people why you think they should join your course. Yeah.
Okay, I think my course is different, firstly. I think it's not something that young adults really get involved in, because like we'd spoken about earlier, the law is quite specialized for a specific type of people who either study law or, you know, already lawyers and the like. But most importantly, I think it's a platform to interrogate stuff. You know, this law that governs you, is it governing you well? If not, what should change? What can we do as young adults to ensure that that change is actually, you know, implemented and enacted? So I think my course that we have on Value Ed is very important and quite interesting, because you get to sort of interrogate what life you live and the quality of life that you live. Because remember, the law impacts that life. As a citizen of this country, young or old, the law impacts the standard of living and the quality of life that you have. So an understanding of these laws and how it impacts you is quite important. And we get that on our course. So please join, have some fun with us, interact with us, engage on really fun issues, and just join.
There you go. There you go. Couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you for spending time with us. And for those of you who joined on Facebook, thank you very much. And those of you who are going to watch this, thank you. And yeah, we'll see you soon. See you at the next session.
It's been a pleasure.
Bye-bye.